The wait was a long one. 1982, that's the last time affiliated minor league baseball was played here in Amarillo. Occasionally, with an independent league team located here, there was talk of minor league baseball eventually making a comeback.
Let's go down to the field. More thunder and lightning. Anthony Pittman, do you have an update for us?
Yeah, exactly. They will determine whether or not to continue this game by an automated system in the far end zone. It's called a Thor unit. When it goes off, we don't have to have the human element at all to decide to stop the game. When it goes off, the game stops, so that's what we're waiting for.
Anthony Pittman, sir, what can you tell us down on the field?
Yeah, as you see, tight end and defensive lineman for the Clark Cougars, DeMarcus Van Buren, says that he slightly twisted his ankle. He's getting it taped right now. I asked him if he plans to get back in the game. He looked at me and said, "You know I'm going back into this ball game."
Okay, let's be honest about this one. The Dallas Cowboys are simply too hard to figure out right now. A lot of their fans getting antsy about what's going on with the end of the regular season in sight. Yesterday, home against the Buffalo Bills, and off to a good start. You see Dak here to Jason Witten. That's a touchdown, 7-0 Dallas, but that is it. And when I say that's it, that is it. I'm going to show you a play here. Devin Singletary, little tomfoolery, wide open for the touchdown. Can you play some defense, Cowboys? I guess they were fooled. Cowboys lose this one 26-15. Back-to-back losses for Dallas. And if Philly wins this weekend, the Cowboys will be tied with the Eagles for the lead in the NFC East.
Our guys come to work. Our guys, we have a fantastic group of guys, and they do things the right way each day. And unfortunately, we didn't get the job done today.
I guess so, Coach. Cowboys still looking for a win this season against a team with a winning mark. Dallas on the road next Thursday night against the Chicago Bears. Was that sad yesterday or what? Can't even complete a pass like that on fourth down? 6:10, and now here's the first look at what's happening on Good Morning America at 7 o'clock this morning. Back in a couple. Javelina's early. Misha Wade, quick to the hole. Wade has 22. But here comes WT. Even if it's cold, you can work outside the loop. Sidney Walton, the 3-ball. Only 3 points in the first quarter for WT, but a huge finish, rallying in the second half for the win. Play on! 17-point win, 70-53. Oh, snap. Did he go in?
That's gone! Oh, my goodness.
Did we win? And happening tonight, the Sod Poodles looking for their third win of the season. Game 3 of their series against Midland. First pitch, 7:05. Sod Poodles starting a 4-game series tomorrow against Corpus Christi. And speaking of the good guys, how about this one last night? ABC 7's Nicole Kahn throwing out the first pitch. And this, you know, is never easy. The pressure to get it right is tight. And Nicole said before the game, I hope y'all realize I'm not an athlete. But someone's not telling the truth. She was money. Hello, Hall of Fame. Get a chance to have a ball thrown in your face.
Yeah, but that's a lot of people love that. I mean, but this is
How did the game go tonight? Got a ball in my face.
Perfect, right
Oh,
there.
let's do that again. Hit some music. Cotton candy, sweet and low. Let me see that Tootsie Roll.
All right, time now 6:55. It's something a lot of us think about. What would happen if I did someone else's job?
That's what I plan to experience. You see, I'm ready to walk in your shoes. Well, kind of. It's a new segment called Be Me, Anthony. And this morning, I'm starting with the job that could bowl you over. Back in the 50s and 60s, John McCullough would have been called a pin setter.
I don't think I've ever really set pins myself, but if I had to, I'd get down and do it. This one came out of...
In 2018, he's a bowling alley mechanic, kind of like an engineer who keeps places like Western Bowl, running as smooth as the lanes here. So if I want to be a part of the team for at least a day, I'd have to be ready and willing.
There's just a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, and you know, maybe you'll leave here knowing a little bit more about bowling.
That's a lot to do. I can't do it, but I'm going to try.
All right, that's what I like to hear.
My day with John and the crew at Western Bowl started with the basics, so to speak, just shadowing as John woke up all the lanes and machines to be in place and ready to go before the first of many bowlers walked through the door in less than an hour. As I quickly found out, maintenance, or just a tweak here and there, is more constant than most would realize with so many machines in the building. That's why so much of this day at Western Bowl would be spent walking and learning. Did I mention walking? Plenty of it. From the front to the areas we don't see as bowlers, behind these big machines that keep the games moving and the pins dropping. And for good reason, I had to keep a distance from these backroom behemoths. You see, I barely trust myself around an electric razor. So as John fixed, I just watched and learned. Even Lynn Crabtree thought that was a good idea for a mechanical novice like me. You see, he knows. He's been working here at Western Bowl for almost 50 years, and in the bowling business since Eisenhower was president.
I started out here in '59, and I've just worked on the mechanical end of this thing for years and years, and I'm happy here. I enjoy what I do.
So if you're not on machine duty, you have to do something, right? I could certainly handle this. A little bit of spray here, a little there, all shoes ready to go. I have to admit the crew was easy on me, but they wouldn't let me leave without a roll for the road. Sometimes even the new guy gets lucky.
Nailed it.
How many times did that
One
take
time.
you?
No, I'm serious. Natasia, our photographer, who got that shot, she got it on the first time.
Wow,
Me
well,
hitting
you
it.
are a much better bowler than I am.
Give them water.
Most of us think we know the stories of athletic trainers as they work to prevent and care for all athletic injuries, but do we truly understand what they go through?
A lot of times I get called water girl or any of that just because people don't understand that there's more to what we do besides running water on and off the field. We always go and talk.
As the new school year begins, Mackenzie starts her 4th at Amarillo High School as a student trainer in one of the state's top-rated athletic training districts. The student trainers at Amarillo High and within the district get the opportunity to translate classroom training study into practical application out here. And by all accounts, it's working.
You've got to teach these kids that once you make a commitment, you've got to be reliable and you've got to show up for your practice times and your game times, be on time, and because you're taking care of an athlete.
And like so many others, that's exactly what Mackenzie has learned after making the commitment here instead of dedicating her time to playing sports.
But once I got into the football games and just being able to be a part of something and realize that what I'm a part of is more than just standing on the sideline handing out water.
These student trainers might have a moment or two to trade a couple of stories of summer break, but it doesn't take long before they're back doing what the training is teaching them. And that's to keep these players on the field healthy and ready for the next play.
I'll go out to a practice and I'll see those student athletic trainers and they are working. And I know that these skills that they're developing right now will definitely help them later in life.
I've loved being a part of the athletic training, and I've started applying for colleges, and that's what I put as my major is kinesiology and athletic training, because that's what I want to do. I want to continue on to this into college and maybe even onto the professional level of being an athletic trainer.